Hi, I'm Alex Marsden. I'm the National Director of the Australian Museums and Galleries Association, and I'm also one of Paul Summerfield's proud godparents. So it's a double pleasure to be asked to open this online exhibition. And it is online for a reason, and I'll get back to that shortly. But also, I do wish to acknowledge the fact that I'm speaking to you from the lands of the Ngunnawal Ngambri people, and I do pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. But first, Paul Summerfield. Well, he's been an artist and a creator for his entire life, as far as I remember. And for the last 15 years, he has been working and creating the most wonderful digital artworks, a few of which hang in my home, of course. See one behind me. His works are both human-focused and intricately detailed, as well as dealing with vast subjects of nature, technology, dystopia, and utopia. They are beautiful, mysterious, playful, and, apart from the monotone, magnificent futures, tremendously colourful. I am in awe of his technical mastery and his digital dexterity. They're also full of stories. As he says, some have 1,000 different narratives. Viewers can and do revisit time and time again, discovering new interpretations, new stories, new angles, possibilities, interactions. Like all good art, it's a communication between the artwork and the artist and the viewer. And it changes and deepens and never stops giving. Paul's extensive CV of commissions and awards and prizes and exhibitions are actually on this website, and it is a very long, extensive CV. Have a good look at that. I'll mention a couple of really lovely Canberra-related initiatives and artworks that he's done. First of all, Floriade, the famous amazing spring festival of flowers in Canberra, and there have been beautiful buses all around the ACT covered in Paul's exquisite botanical artworks, just absolutely gorgeous. There's also his branding for the last 4 national folk festivals. Again, incredibly inventive, playful, colourful, detailed, giving many people incredibly different ways to experience and to remember experiencing the folk festival. And as I say, it's a bit devastating it's been cancelled this year. There are also his wonderful murals at the Canberra Hospital and at the Garran Primary School, where Paul has talked about the wonderful ways of working with kids and their imagination, their boundless imagination and creativity and ideas that he bounces off on. So now, having briefly introduced you to Paul and his wonderful and evolving body of work, and if you want to hear more about Paul, there's a beautiful interview with him on the website by a really excellent young interviewer based in Adelaide, and I really suggest you listen to that and watch that. It's really, really excellent. I do want to talk a bit about the present situation that we're all experiencing, the pandemic, and in particular the impact on artists and our arts and culture, and the cultural ecosystem in Australia. And of course, it's devastating. And it's devastating the arts, and performing arts in particular were the first to be shut down with the ban on gatherings, and likely the last to be set up, if at all. Now, many artists like Paul are sole traders, or others who do a variety of casual jobs, which have all dried up. The statistics are sobering, heartbreaking, really. Now, I work closely with NAVA, the National Association for the Visual Arts, and they've collected a lot of information. Just as an example, at the beginning of April, $50 million in losses by artists, affecting over 39,000 artists, 475 small to medium organisations via almost 10,000 cancellations. Now, we know that the economic contribution of arts is over 111 billion per annum. And of course, arts' contributions to our social well-being and mental health and creativity and innovation and critical thinking is absolutely unmeasurable and fundamental to the ways we live. There is some emergency government support, but not nearly enough or properly targeted for this industry. And the bottom line is we all need to support our artists. Buy their work. Okay? Tell politicians and governments at every level how important they are. Make virtual visits to museums and galleries like M16 here in Canberra. And if someone says, why should we bother? when we have bigger worries. Point out what they're doing to entertain themselves while social distancing at home. They are reading books, they're watching films, they're playing games, they're doing virtual tours of galleries and museums, they're listening to music. Art enables us to make meaning of our lives. It expands us, our imaginations, our experiences, our humanity. Paul Summerfield certainly understands this, and so do his growing legion of fans. I'm sure many of you will join this legion. Just don't forget to buy as well as browse. I'm delighted to launch this exhibition. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Thanks.